Okay. Looks like we're up on TikTok. Oh, oh, good. Good morning. Hi, Arlene. Hi. How's everybody doing? Hey, Rachel. Hey, Claudia. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Denise. Hi, Farrell. Hi again. Wavy waves. How's this moon treating you guys? Good morning, Anna. Do you like my mug today? This is my mermaid mug. In fact, it reminds me. Let's see here. You feeling emotional? I'm leaving a karmic family member's household today. Happy full moon. Wow, that sounds intense. Happy full moon. Also, happy full moon in Pisces. We'll talk about that. Let's do some smudging first and give people a few minutes to get on here. Hi, Jacinda. Here's some smudgies for y'all on Instagram and watching in the app and on YouTube. Some smudgies for you over here on TikTok. And some for me. Well, first of all, it is beautiful out here in central PA this morning. It actually feels like fall with that nice crisp morning weather. So I'm loving that. Not mad about that. Yeah, I was thinking about that during our moon call yesterday. We had a few card pulls that were pretty intense, and I was thinking about the fact that the Gaia card came out, Jacinda. That was a lot. Hey, Wendy. Hi, Valerie. Good morning. Reminder for you guys, I have an event coming up on Saturday. And I'm feeling more into it. I mean, like, I'm into it. I'm just feeling into it. And so for that Saturday event, which is this coming Saturday, the 25th, those of you who are attending in person, I'm thinking we're going to make it a little bit more of a equinox energy clearing. So I'm going to have you guys kind of lay down and get cozy and do some energy work because it's a smaller crowd, I think. And so I'll be able to do some hands-on work with you guys. So that's what I'm thinking we're going to do for Saturday. Could change, but that's what I'm thinking today. So if you're interested in joining that event, it's in York, Pennsylvania, and it's from 4 to 6 on Saturday. And there's a link in my bio that you can use to sign up, or you can DM me for that. Hi, Susan. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Zoe. Good morning. Hi, Danny. All right, I'm almost getting officially started here. This morning, we're going to talk about this full moon energy. We're going to talk a little bit about equinox energy, and then we're going to get right to some card pulls. The Mermaid Oracle wants to come through today, which I don't really use that often, but I've got my mermaid mug and this, so that should be interesting to see why that's happening. And then we're doing our sensory card pulls today, not with the Avalon deck, so you'll have a break from that. We're going to be doing it with the Earth Magic deck. So that's the plan for today. Hi, Shelly. Hi, Christine. All right, let's do it. So welcome. It's Monday again. This full moon in Pisces is a big one. Pisces energy is deeply spiritual, deeply emotional, very watery, but we're going to talk about it. We talked about it last night during the moon call, and if you haven't done that yet, you can find it in the moon tab in the app. But Pisces is the 12th sign of the zodiac. And so while it is one of three water signs, it is known for being very emotional and very dreamy. It also contains elements of all of the other 11 zodiac signs. And with that in mind, think about how much wisdom, how much depth, and how much insight we can actually get from Pisces energy. Now, the thing with this full moon being in Pisces right now though is that we're kind of in this interesting corridor between energies, right? We have Virgo season finishing up and we have Libra season on deck. So we've got earth sign and air sign. And then right here in the middle, we're just like, whoosh, here's some Pisces energy for you. So for a lot of you, this has translated to intense emotional swings, like woe swings. Some of you are feeling super weepy, crying a lot all of a sudden, but mostly this is connecting to emotional work you've been doing. So let that kind of flow through you. This is the peak day of this particular full moon. Let those feelings flow through you because the Pisces energy is here to assist that. It's here to move it through. Virgo energy has helped us to organize, has helped us to create containers for our emotions and to understand that they're important, need them. And Pisces energy is here to just kind of sweep through and just carry you through to some new energy. All right. Um, we're not going to talk too much about Libra season because we're going to talk all about it on Wednesday. But just know that this day, I think this came through yesterday. So between yesterday, so Sunday through Tuesday afternoon, it's kind of, I don't want to say a ceasefire, but it's more like a just a just a moment in between. We're in like a moment in between now and tomorrow afternoon. And then the energy is going to pick up again. So this is a really good time to definitely release things that are no longer serving you. And if you are feeling super emotional and you can connect those emotions to past things, this is a good time to kind of just zip back there and maybe let some of that go too. See what you're hanging on to that you no longer need. This year is really preparing us for next year, which is going to be even faster. But it's preparing us in a way that we are releasing layers that we don't need anymore, including protective layers. A lot of us have developed, especially because you're all so energetically sensitive, right? And as energetically sensitive people born into families likely that are not super energy sensitive or energy polite even, that means we have learned how to move through this life by creating layers of defenses. Those layers of defenses are slowly or rapidly being removed from our fields because you can't access your full power. You can't access your full intuition. You can't open your heart fully. You can't connect fully if you are also simultaneously protecting yourself all the time. So we're in that limbo with it right now, but we're learning. We're learning how to do that. And it's really important because as we move into this energy of 2022, there isn't going to be a whole lot of space for putting up blocks and armor and boundaries with the things that we actually want to receive. So right now is the time of removing the layers that we no longer need. So think about that for yourself, right? If you've been around people who suck your energy all the time, make you feel bad about yourself, make you feel like you can't be authentic in whatever you're feeling at any time, place, or space, you're not going to feel comfortable laying down your armor. But if you've started collecting people around you who see you and who are in kind of a similar place as you as well, where they're seeking that acceptance and that support, you'll be able to let down your defenses and just kind of let your nervous system relax. And that is really when your magic starts to flow and things start to get a lot easier. Ease, simplicity is where we're going. We don't need more complicated things. It's coming back to ourselves, and it's coming back to that ease. So we've been taught, generally speaking, that if something is worth having, we have to work really hard for it, and that obstacles are going to pop up and we got to plow through those obstacles. That's not the way we do things in this kind of energy. If you continue with that mindset, all you're going to do is burn yourself out. Now it's what feels in flow. And when you're doing something, does it also feed energy back to you? If you go to do something, feel like, wow, there's nothing else I'd rather be doing than this. Or, wow, that was so easy. It just happened. That's allowed to be part of your life now. You don't have to prove how hard it was for you to get what you have. You don't have to prove how hard it was for you to get what you have or where you are. That narrative is really tied into patriarchy and also religious conditioning, where it's like, I have to prove to you that I'm a good person and that I worked really hard so that I can enjoy the things that I have. You don't need to prove that to anybody anymore. So we're releasing all of those things, and your inner circle should never be asking you to prove anything to them. So think about that for yourself as we are in this full moon energy still. Think about your emotions, what you're feeling, right? And start to really honor that. Your emotions are a big deal because that's your compass. When you don't feel happy, there's nothing wrong with you. Something's making you feel unhappy, and you should probably take a moment and honor that space and see what the fuck it is. Like, you don't need to push those things away. They're worth exploring. When your body has a pain, why don't we see why? When your heart has a pain, why don't we see why? These are things that you are constantly getting feedback about, and we often just don't pay attention to it. So, really tapping into that Pisces energy right now. It's very important, super important. Curious, last night for me was another weird dream night, of course. That's kind of how they are. But I'm curious if you guys have been noticing any specific signs in your dreams. Have you been seeing spiders? Have you been seeing feathers? Like, have you noticed anything interesting happening in your dreams in the past 3 nights or 2 nights, 3 to 2 nights that have been a little different in your dreams than usual? And thank you. Okay. Oh, hey, Kate. If you are interested in this shirt, you can actually find this on my website, sarahmala.com, Sarah with an H, and just go to shop and you'll see merch. I've got shirts and hats and mugs, all the things. Okay, so Kate says she's seeing snakes. I'm also seeing snakes. Snakes, grasshoppers, and what was the other one? Oh, I can't remember. But look at the guides that are coming through, or even like when you're not sleeping, look at the animals that you're seeing a lot of, or the insects or whatever, and look them up, see what they mean. Rose is bringing up lots of family members in dreams. A lot of people are having that as well. A lot of people are working through kind of like karmic dealings with their own family members in the astral plane. So that's also been super interesting. Spiders, ooh, coyotes, that's really interesting. Hey, Beth. All right, so pay attention to these things. Pay attention. You're all doing lots of work in astral because, again, that's the space where you are not programmed. You're not working through your programmed mind, and so you do a lot more work at that time. Ooh, I'm sorry. That would terrify me. Tiffany's saying that she's woken up in the middle of the night 2 times with spiders on the wall next to your bed. That's a little too real for me. I'll just keep them in my dream. Thank you very much. Hey, Lori. All right, so we're gonna do I'm switching gears again. We're gonna do a collective pull from the oracle of the mermaids, and then I will get to the sensory card pulls. And if you've never done sensory card pulls with me before, I'm going to pick 3 things, which I haven't decided on yet. I'll pick 3 things. You choose which one resonates most with you today, and then I'll give you your story. So everybody kind of gets a semi-personalized reading during sensory card pulls. Oh, also, I forgot. I had one of our intuition magic workshop members decide to move to the next one, which we don't have the dates yet for. But that being said, I've got a spot open for the 6-week intuition magic workshop, which starts tomorrow evening. It's virtual. Everything's recorded, so you don't necessarily have to be live. But we're starting that tomorrow. So if you're interested, if you're thinking about joining, send me a DM after this, and I'll get you hooked up. Again, it's 6 weeks, intuition magic workshop. I don't know what to call things anymore, but basically I channel this through for the people who join, and we're gonna be working on your energetic containers, how to use your own magic and tap into your own magic and feel confident in that, setting healthy boundaries, and we'll see what else comes through. But it'll be 6 weeks and it'll be fun. So if you're interested, just send me a DM. All right, you ready? Let me just do a little more of this. All right. I really don't use this deck a lot, so I'm interested to see. I'm interested to see why the mermaids are coming through today. A lot of you guys are super into Atlantis and Lemuria too, right? Some of you guys are really connected to that energy. I have a story about mermaids for you. Today is not the day for it, but I'll probably tell you the story in the workshop. I haven't started sensory card pulls yet, so just hold tight. All right, here we go. Oh my God, this is so appropriate. Oh, I could totally see that, Erin. All right, so are you ready for this one? This is so funny because I actually woke up this morning with this word in my mind, and I meant to talk about it with you guys, and then I completely forgot. But here it is. It's number 7, and it's freedom. It's freedom. Okay. So let's see what the mermaids have to say about that. I would just like to also point out, she's like a pirate mermaid. Do you see that? She has like skull on her shirt and her little belly shirt, and she has a cut. Is that called a cutlass? It's a cutlass. Okay, well, listen, Atheist Jesus, you can hop the heck off of my feed and not bring your poo-poo energy into it. Thank you. All right. You ready? Again, that's number 7. Okay, I got you. You ready? Sometimes in life, we identify and define ourselves by the groups or organizations we belong to. Somewhere along the way, our unique energy can be muffled. With this card, we mermaids are asking you to consider who you are when you are not a member of a family or a relationship or an organization. It is time to be self-determined rather than considering the needs of the group, which is noble and wonderful. And oh, it is so good. We are asking you to be independent, to have at last your own source of money. Just a small account will do, where you place money for your dreams. To have a sense of who you are, whether in or without a loving relationship. To know who you are and what it is you love and like and wish for and dream of and desire for the world, apart from the desires of the family or group. Because the group mind has at this time dominated, however gently, your own independence and self-determination. So take some time, detach from the group, watch, observe, go within and feel, and begin to note what it is you wish for, and begin to contribute those dreams to the group. Too long have you kept silent about your needs and desires, placing others before your own. When this card comes to you, we mermaids are saying it is your turn. But first, you must get to know yourself, your true self, all over again. That's fine. Okay, so there's that. Um, this is a good card. It's a good reminder. Um, I was having this conversation with a friend yesterday, and I think about this a lot about authentic relationships and showing up into your relationships with your true self, right? Because this is a big lesson for me in my life. Like it's something I have been very much immersed and unlearning within myself is how to be in relationship with other people where I am not constantly shifting who I am to make them more comfortable, to make them happy, yada, yada, yada. It's a conditioning. And that conditioning runs super deep, right? Because it's easy and it's actually something that we have learned. It's a learned behavior to put the needs of others in front of our own and our own desires to kind of shove them aside to make the group happy, to make the family happy, to make things keep running, keep them going, keep them going. Sometimes shit needs to stop. Sometimes people need to fail. Sometimes the machine is fucking broken and it needs to be that way. But for me, in my relationships now, and it's been such a long journey of this, but I don't want to ever feel like anybody in my circle is with me, hanging out with me, doing anything with me if I don't feel like they truly want to be there. And the only way to cultivate that kind of energy is to be so completely upfront and honest with your own boundaries, right? So you don't show up anywhere unless you actually want to be there. You don't say yes to something unless you actually want to do that. You don't put yourself in situations that drain your energy and make you feel other than yourself. Because then when you do show up, when you do connect with your friends, they can know beyond a shadow of a doubt there's nowhere you'd rather be. Because if there was, you'd be there, right? And that's not to say we don't honor commitments. There's a balance, of course, but it makes me feel much more comfortable to show up in that way for my people and for them to show up that way for me. I love that I have friends now who will say to me, hey, I woke up feeling funky as fuck and I'm not going to be able to come out to lunch with you today because I just can't be around anybody. I love you so much. I appreciate that because, first of all, they're honoring their own energy. They're honoring me too by not bringing that stanky energy in. And I know that when they're ready, we'll reconnect and it will feel so good. So showing up in that authenticity is respectful of both you and those you love. So we're shifting out of that place of people pleasing and then whoop, moving back into here. And that's some big freedom. So I love that this card has come through for us today. I'm going to tuck it in here and I will, after this, I'm going to read it and put it on the energy tab in the app. So in the Inner Sanctum app, it'll be in the energy tab. I'll read it and talk to you a little bit with some more insights about this for you guys who are on the BFF and OG stuff. So you'll see it at the top there. Okay. If you don't see it like this morning, just kind of maybe send me a note if I didn't do it. All right. All right. So let's shift to the collective. We'll shift to the sensory card pulls. Today, unless anybody has any suggestions, today we're going to do mushrooms. You want to do mushrooms? Okay. Like we're going to do edible. Well, they're all edible. Well, okay. We're just going to do mushrooms. Okay. 3 different kinds of mushrooms. We're going to go with, oh, berries are good too. No, we're doing mushrooms. We're doing mushrooms. Okay. We're going to go with chicken of the woods. We're going to go with chicken of the woods. Shiitake. And lion's mane. So you pick the mushroom or mushrooms that are resonating most with you this morning. We've got chicken of the woods, shiitake, and lion's mane. Chicken of the woods, shiitake, lion's mane. Drop it in the comments, whichever one you're feeling. And if you've never had lion's mane, just like sauteed, the little butter and garlic and a sprinkle of salt, you need to have some of that because that is delicious. All right. So again, if you're just jumping in here, I have a whole shelf in a room Pisces, and three different kinds. So pick which one resonates most with you, or one or two of them, whichever you want to do. We're doing chicken of the woods, shiitake, or lion's mane, whichever one feels good to you. And just go ahead and pop that into the comments. All right. We're pulling today from the Earth Magic deck. I know a lot of you guys have that now. All right, let's see what we got. Oh, lucky you, Claudia. I was wondering, people have been putting pictures up of the chicken of the woods that they've been playing, so it's been on my mind. I don't really have any here, but all right. Ready? So if you chose chicken of the woods, this is the one. This guy over here is saying, TikTok is bringing it this morning. No witch shall live in the name of Yeshua. Thank you for your sentiment. All right. So if you picked chicken of the woods, this is going to be for you. This is funny. Wow. I don't usually do 3 from here, but this is going to be interesting. All right, so if you picked chicken of the woods, your message is forthcoming. Check this out. Check it out. It's the autumnal equinox, which is happening on Wednesday. Okay, and then it's the dawn, new beginnings. And oh, it's the dream time, creation. This doesn't suck, huh? It's probably because I don't have the other deck with me right now to tell you about yourself. But here, let's see what the story is. All right, so those of you who chose chicken of the woods, and honestly, if this with you, take it. Okay. This is both of them feel very much like New Year. Okay, like it's the end of an energetic cycle and the beginning of a new one. If you chose chicken of the woods, this message is even more like pow for you, like right in your face. Like, please pay attention. You are here at this moment in an opportunity to completely live your life differently. The only thing that is going to prevent this from happening for you is your fear. Your fear is crippling. Like, they're showing me heavy shackles like this, like just like this. And that's your fear. It's yours. And you are responsible for taking those cuffs off. You don't have to. But here's what it's going to continue to feel like for you. And I'm sure if you are in this space, you're feeling it already. You have the power to remove the shackles of your own fear. The momentum of this new beginning energy is so strong that it's not letting you just relax into being handcuffed in your fear anymore. So what's going to end up happening if you do not unlock yourself, stat, is you're going to continue feeling like you're fighting against yourself and everything because the energy wants you to move. And if you're not moving, it's going to keep slamming into you. So you're not even going to find that sense of peace, so to speak, in your fear. Fear has a lot to do with comfort. We fear change and we fear movement out of the things we've known. And this energy will rob you of that comfort. So see how that feels for you in your life. It's here for you. Like your new start is here. It's all around you. The energy is ripe for the picking. Will you step into it? Will you allow this equinox to be your new year, to be your new beginning? Will you walk into it unshackled? Is the question. Okay? Your dream time card is coming through because, like, duh, we've been talking about this for a while, but you can do a lot of work in your dream time with the unshackling of these fears. Think about what that means for you. But in your dream time, you can work on those things. You can set intentions. You can even visualize your fears as handcuffs and imagine yourself unlocking them. Really pay attention to what's happening in your dreams and really pay attention. So there are no limits now. The only limits are the ones that you create and that you continue to hold on to. Okay? So that is your chicken of the woods message for this morning. Next up, we have shiitake. I hope that resonated for you guys. Yeah, sorry. YouTube did something, but it looks like it's back. All right, so next up we have shiitake. Well, let's see what shiitake is. Shiitake is great in a stir fry. This whole mushroom situation is making me hungry. Yeah, don't be a chicken. All right. Woo. All right, you ready? Here we go. Here we go. Okay, let's see. Let's see what this story is here. You guys ever notice it's always like the middle ones? Like, what? All right. So we have a lot of energy going on here with shiitake. So if you chose shiitake, this one's for you. You've got the new moon, you've got the island, and you've got the green man. What? Okay, so here's your story if you pick shiitake. Again, so we have this new moon energy, which, I mean, obviously we're in full moon, but this new moon energy is directly connected to the equinox, right? Because this is new energy coming through for us, right? So if you pick shiitake, what's happening is you kind of need to take a hot minute and just like breathe, because you've been going like at like a 11 when you really should be going at a 4 right now, but it's like you don't even know how to do 4, right? So like maybe drop it down to a 6 and call it a day, but you need to slow down, because what's happening for you if you pick shiitake is you have so much about to pop and you haven't taken one freaking second to integrate anything. So it's go, 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 no integration. So you need to allow a slowdown for all of these new energies to pop in, to sink in, to integrate into your being. Otherwise, you're just going to burn out. It's too fast. You're going too fast. We forget sometimes that we don't need to rush anything, because everything will happen the way that it needs to happen. You don't miss any boats. You have an internal guidance system. I can't tell you when your thing's about to happen, but you sure can. And you need to take a break right now. So slow down, because you just need to integrate all of the energy. If you're feeling super overwhelmed right now, even if you didn't pick this particular mushroom, if you're feeling like frayed at the edges, it's because you've gotten so many downloads over the past few weeks that you have taken no time to integrate it all. And I get it. Slowing down means thinking and feeling and having to notice the things. And sometimes we don't want to do that. But if you're here listening to me now, there's some part of you that does want to do that work, right? It needn't take forever. It needn't. It's It's an easy thing for you to do. Your mind might tell you it's super complicated and you're going to have a meltdown, but you're not. You'll be fine. You just need to slow down. Slow down because we're about to speed up again. So take your rest when the ebb comes. You are in an ebb. Let yourself ebb because here's what's happening. Green Man's coming through. And this is going to be this week for you. So please rest today and tomorrow because this is coming for you this week. And that means new ideas, new people, new ways of doing things, fresh new energy coming your way. So if you don't integrate all the energy you've already collected, you're going to really feel tired and overwhelmed at the end of this week, more so than you do now. So take a pause. Stuff's coming. Okay, that's shiitake. And last but not least, we have our delicious lion's mane, which I think pretty much everybody picked, right? 'Cause it's so good. All right, let's see what that is. Let's see. I totally picked that up with my foot. All right. Lion's mane, you ready? Okay. So, if you picked lion's mane, look, it's another new beginning card. So we have a theme this week, new beginnings. And then also you've got lightning, and then also you've got the mountain. What does it mean? I'll tell you. Okay, so if you chose lion's mane, there is, so this feels kind of family related, but I'm sure it's different for everybody. There's, okay, well, I don't know. What? Okay. If you picked lion's mane, you are being asked to stand your ground, not to fold, not to give up any of the ground you've gained, basically, to be the mountain. There are people in your life or, connected to you in some way that are uncomfortable by your choices or with your choices. They're uncomfortable with the way you've changed. And the reason that they're uncomfortable is because when you changed, when you shifted, you put the spotlight on how much they have stayed the same. And they don't want to see that. And so we're dealing with a lot of that energy right now where people are deeply uncomfortable by the way other people are reacting or changing or shifting or growing because they don't want to. And if you do, you shine the spotlight on their stagnancy. Okay. So if you are feeling that pressure from those around you who say that they have your best interests at heart, just remember that it's kind of a family tradition to project your unhealed shit onto your progeny. That's something we are stopping now, which is great. We're learning not to do that and take responsibility for our own lives. But that's something that was just what we did, right? It's the family thing to do. So when somebody is projecting their own unhealed trauma onto you, their own unfulfilled wishes and hopes and dreams onto you, that's actually a deeply inappropriate thing to do to any other person. Because you're basically saying, oh, I made you so that you could fulfill all of the things that I didn't get to do. And I sacrificed my life for you. That's not a real thing. That's crazy shit. Like, if you just look at it for just a second, you'll see that it is not sensible in any way, shape, or form. It's not okay. It's super toxic. Toxic, codependent, a lot of times very narcissistic. It's got a lot of problems, it's got a lot of holes, right? So think about it that way. When you start to feel, hear, see the pressure for you to change back into what you were or to shift again. You were not born to live for another person. You were not born to fulfill the hopes and dreams of another person. That was their job. And when a person decides to make another person, to have a child, it's not the child's responsibility to then spend the rest of their life thanking their parent for bringing them into the world. That doesn't make any sense. So you be responsible for you. They need to be responsible for themselves. We are all sovereign beings. You chose your parents for a reason because they were going to show you some very big things that needed to be healed in the lineage. And you're here to do that. You don't heal your lineage by bringing all of your dysfunctional family members, around a table and hashing it out. We've seen all of the holiday movies. That's not really a thing, right? But you do heal it by working on yourself, by healing yourself, by finding all the places in you where you are making decisions based on other people's desires and start bravely figuring out what it is you want. The energy supports you in this. That is your mountain and that is your lightning. It's your power and your strength. And I'm going to sneeze. Oh, it's so annoying. Sorry. The sneeze has gone back in and it doesn't feel great. All right. But that is your power and your purpose, right now, to move back into yourself and say, this is what I'm going to do for me now. And so sorry that your hopes and dreams did not happen, but hot tip, even if you live your entire life based off of what your family members want you to do to make them happy, they're not going to be happy anyway. So you can't make other people happy if they're not ready to open to happiness themselves. So there you go. This week is also big for you, Lion's Mane people, just like everybody else, because this is a new beginning week. It's like a new year on Wednesday. So we're holding space for that, for all of us. And we are excited to meet each other in that new space, taking off the shackles of our fear and stepping into our truth and our purpose and moving into our joy, moving into our ease, moving into our flow, and supporting each other along the way and saying to each other, hey, I know that this is hard for you. I'm here to support you. I'm not here to do your work for you, but I'm here to support you. Okay? And that is your message for this day. I hope you have enjoyed it. I really wish I could have sneezed. It was very uncomfortable. Like I said, I will pop the freedom card. I'll read that for you guys and pop it in the energy section, and I'll send you a little push notification when it's up there. I hope you guys have an amazing, amazing Monday. And again, there's one spot left for the Intuition Magic, and we start tomorrow. So if that's you, if you want to join us, just send me a DM and we'll get you sorted, okay? I'll be back on Wednesday morning with the equinox energy situation. And again, if you are in the York, PA area, somewhere nearby, join me on Saturday. I'll be doing some magic with you guys in person. I love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. All right. Goodbye, YouTube. I love you. And goodbye,